Okay, so let's talk about something that's happening around you and to you all day, every day. The art of persuasion. It's everywhere. Ads, politics, even arguments at home. In this explainer, we're going to crack open the secrets from Jay Heinrichs' book, Thank You for Arguing, and give you a totally new way to see the world. The author, Jay Heinrichs, has this great analogy. He says it's like a real-life matrix, this invisible code of argument that's constantly shaping our lives. It's used on you all the time. But here's the good news. There's a way to decode it. And the key is actually a 3,000-year-old art form called rhetoric. So how does this actually work in the real world? Let's zoom in on a classic, super low-stakes family drama that Heinrich shares. I bet this one will sound pretty familiar. It all starts with an empty tube of toothpaste. You can just hear the frustration in that, right? This question isn't about finding a solution. It's about finding a culprit. It's rooted in blame, in the past. And starting here, well, that's just a one way to get to a pointless fight. But watch this move. It's absolutely brilliant. The son, George, doesn't take the bait. He doesn't get defensive. He doesn't point fingers back. He just sidesteps the blame game entirely and pivots the whole conversation to the future. And with that one sentence, he turns a fight into a negotiation. And that little toothpaste moment, it perfectly captures the core idea here, the massive difference between fighting and arguing. They might look similar on the surface, but their goals are worlds apart. Think about it. In a fight, you're trying to win. You want to dominate to score points. But in an argument, a real, productive argument, you're trying to win someone over. You're working toward agreement. One is about creating a loser, and the other is about creating a solution. And that is where persuasion happens. This leads us to maybe the single most powerful tool you have for persuasion: controlling the tense. The son did it instinctively, but luckily for us, the ancient Greek philosopher Aristotle actually laid it all out. If you can master this, you can control just about any disagreement. So here's Aristotle's simple breakdown. Arguments in the past tense are all about blame. Think of a courtroom. That's what he called forensic rhetoric. Arguments in the present tense are about values. Who's good, who's bad. Think of a sermon or a political rally. That's demonstrative rhetoric. But the future tense? That's the magic one. That's about choice and possibility. It's the language of problem solving. It's deliberative rhetoric, and it's where you find solutions. Okay, so if shifting to the future sets the stage for a good argument, how do you actually win it? Well, Aristotle gave us the engine for that too. 3 incredibly powerful appeals you can use to win over any audience. First up, you've got logos, which is the argument by logic. Now, this isn't just about spreadsheets and stats. It's smarter than that. It's about using your audience's own logic, their own common sense, to build your case. It's the appeal to the brain. But logic alone is pretty dry, right? It doesn't really move people to act. For that, you need pathos, the appeal to emotion. This is the appeal to the heart. You can have a logical case for donating to a charity, but it's the story of one person in need that actually gets someone to open their wallet. Pathos makes people care. And finally, the big one, ethos. This is argument by character. It all boils down to one simple question. Why should they listen to you in the first place? Do they trust you? Ethos is all about your credibility and reputation. Without it, your logic and your emotion don't matter. But with it, you become incredibly persuasive. Now, knowing how to build your own argument is one thing, but you also have to be able to spot when someone else's logic is broken. A really common trap is what Heinrichs calls the Chanticleer fallacy. It comes from the story of a rooster who was convinced his crowing made the sun rise, just because one always happened after the other. It's a great reminder. Correlation is not causation. Spotting this one simple flaw can protect you from so many bad arguments. So when you put all these tools together, you're controlling the tense, you're using the 3 appeals, the world really does start to look different. You begin to see the hidden machinery of persuasion working everywhere you look. It's like putting on a new pair of glasses. So let's wrap this all up. The big takeaway is this. Your goal shouldn't be to win, but to reach an agreement. You get there by moving the conversation from the past into the future.
And you persuade people by appealing to their brain with logos, their heart with pathos, and earning their trust with your ethos. This is how you transform conflict into consensus.
So I'll just leave you with this final thought. The next time you feel yourself getting pulled into a disagreement, whether it's about a project at work or, an empty tube of toothpaste, just resist that initial urge to place blame. Instead, try shifting the tense. Ask, okay, so what do we do about this going forward? And just see what happens. That simple shift, it really can be a superpower.